Senator Tim Scott dropped out over the weekend, so that leaves Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, Chris Christie, plus the long shots that we have up there, the likes of Bergram and Hutchinson, who failed to make the last debate. And, of course, there's former President Trump and his massive poll numbers that loom over the entire field. With us now is the chairman of the Alabama Republicans, John Wahl. So congrats on the debate, number one. I know you're, you know your politics and you're watching stuff there in Alabama. So we'll be heading down there for the debate. What do the voters and the people of Alabama want to hear from these candidates on the 6th of December?
Well, you know, a lot of the candidates are going to be talking about the same issues, right? The same basic policies of the Republican Party. And I think the main thing that candidates, at least here in Alabama, what I'm hearing is they want a candidate who doesn't just say things, but will actually follow through. You know, I think that what we're fighting here, you know, candidates are fighting over is credibility. Do Republican primary voters believe they're going to do what they say they're going to do? And I think that's one reason why you see Donald Trump having such a commanding lead in the polls. You know, whether you agree with him on every policy, voters in general do believe that he's going to do what he says.
You know, obviously we're excited to have the debate on NewsNation, but the timing of this one in particular, it's the final chance, right, for candidates to, you know, on the national scale at least, to make an impression in a debate like this. But the interesting part about this debate is the RNC, they're not going to make it as easy to get on stage. They've made the requirements higher. You have to have at least 6% support in 2 national polls, or you hit 6% in 1 national poll and 1 in the early primary states. Plus, you need the 80,000 unique donors. So Chris Christie, as an example, today announced he's hit that second mark. How do you see all of this playing out? In other words, how many people and who do you expect to have on that stage when we get down there?
Well, you know, I think we're definitely going to see the big three outside of Donald Trump. We're going to have Vivek Ramaswamy. We're going to have Nikki Haley. We're going to have Ron DeSantis. And really, at this point, I think the only person who's on the bubble after Scott dropped out is going to be Chris Christie. So it's going to be an interesting thing. Candidates have the chance. There's still almost a month left to make sure they hit those thresholds. So it's going to be interesting to see if Christie makes that debate stage or not.
Yeah, a lot of people have been kind of couching this as the battle for second place, that whoever emerges would have a chance to set up a one-on-one matchup with Donald Trump. And the former president, maybe Alabama's a good state to look at this. He's, as you mentioned early on, he's obviously very, very popular there. So I wonder how the voters will look at it. Do they have an open mind, or is this Trump country in Alabama?
You know, I think there is an open mind, and Alabama is going to be a great bellwether state here because we're extremely excited about this debate. Alabamians are going to be watching it in droves. This is actually the first time that a presidential debate official televised presidential debate has ever been held in the state of Alabama. So we're obviously incredibly excited about it. It's going to get a lot of viewership in state. And I think it'll be interesting to see if those numbers can move. You know, does Donald Trump have a lock on this? Can someone else kind of step up and challenge him? And this is really the last chance for one of these candidates to make their play and say, hey, look, I'm the guy to take on Donald Trump. I think if that's going to happen, it has to happen at this debate.
What does it mean for Alabama itself as a state? I mean, sometimes people say these things have an economic impact. I'm not sure if that'll be the case or not, but what does it mean for Alabama?
Well, it's a big deal for Alabama having this be our first one in history.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we're excited about that. That's a great thing. But I think it also gives us the opportunity to highlight Alabama. In my opinion, one of the greatest states in the country, the greatest state in the country. The people are amazing, friendly, warm, and really not just highlight our state, but the people of our state. So it's an incredible opportunity for us. We're excited about it. And we're also excited about the fact that what better state than Alabama to host a Republican primary debate? You know, we believe in the values of the Republican Party. And, you know, I think it's very fitting that Alabama hosts a primary debate.
All right, we're all looking forward to it, especially here at NewsNation, of course. John Wahl, thanks for coming on tonight.
Oh, always good to be on the show, and I look forward to welcoming you to the state of Alabama.
We're looking forward to it very, very much.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.